Picture this, it's 1995. Your buddy comes and tells you that he's going to be a social media manager one day. You would look at him like he's crazy. What is even social media? Well, buckle up, because in today's video I will show you 10 AI jobs which sound equally ridiculous today, but will be there by 2030. And if you play your cards right, one of them could be your tickets into the future. Look, I get it. Every day there is another headline. AI will replace your job. Robots will take over humanity. Whatever. But you probably don't remember, and I certainly don't remember, but there was a period in time in which everybody thought that ATMs would replace bank tellers, and bank tellers were fearing for their jobs. But actually, what happened was that bank tellers became financial advisors and outsourced mundane tasks of withdrawing or taking in cash to robots. So this is exactly what will happen. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about 10 jobs which will be there by 2030. And if you manage to transition successfully, you might actually become rich. Let's begin. First up, prompt engineer. The AI whisperer, as I like to call it. You know those people who are naturally good with puppies. They can naturally communicate their ideas to them, make them sit, play, or even do backflips. If you know such people, they are probably very talented. I personally don't know anybody who could make their dog do backflips, but back to the point. If you manage to communicate to AI, you're certainly like this type of person. Because here's the thing, AI is like this genius 5-year-old who doesn't know how to communicate. And if you manage to communicate with it successfully, you can achieve really good results. For example, you can write a prompt like this: write me a sales email. And AI writes back something that sounds like a robot which tries to sell ice to penguins. But here's another approach. For example, write a friendly sales email telling customers about 30% discount at our store, which will happen on Tuesday. Inform them that we are greeted and welcome at our cafe. Keep it under 100 words. This way, AI responds with something you actually want to send and customers want to read. Companies are paying handsomely for people who can efficiently communicate with AI. Not bad for basically being Google's best friend. Number 2, the AI agent builder. Think of them as generals assembling an army of AI agents who never need coffee breaks and perform tasks efficiently. Remember playing with Lego as a kid? This is exactly like that. But instead of building castles, you build digital employees. Let me tell you a story. There is a business owner who runs an online store. He is drowning in emails, spending 80 hours plus each week just to answer simple emails, do inventory and ordering. And he's drowning in all that unless he hires an AI agent developer. What AI agent can achieve is incremental. First of all, AI agent builder could build a customer support agent which handles 90% of email inquiries for the business owner. Second of all, AI agent builder could create an AI agent which checks inventory and reorders stock when it is running low. There's also the social media agent who posts content on your behalf, repurposing your previous posts and making them look brand new and posting them automatically to your social media accounts. And last but not least, a review agent who responds to your reviews each day with less than an hour after a review has been written. Now a business owner is working 30 hours a week and sleeping. Sleeping is nice, remember? The cool part is that for base level prototype implementations, you don't even need to code. You can use platforms such as Anytend to just basically build everything as blocks, basically just dragging and dropping stuff to build your AI agents and automations. You can learn more by watching videos on my channel or basically just searching YouTube for it and finding my channel, hopefully. And if you still fail to see the value in this, think about it this way. What if you could outsource most of your mundane business tasks or business tasks for other owners to AI agents, which costs less than minimum wage to run monthly? This one is wild. Digital twin specialist. You know that game Sims, where you can fast forward to see if a person becomes a doctor or a criminal? Digital twin specialist does the same for businesses in real life. What the digital twin specialist does is copies your whole restaurant into the digital environment and then lets AI test thousands of different variations, how to position the tables, how to position the colors of a restaurant, what to do more efficiently, how to cook what or whatever to basically increase productivity, efficiency, and in turn revenue of your small restaurant. Amazon actually applied this to their warehouses. Before building actual warehouses, they tested it out in a virtual environment with robots to know how to assemble it best so it is maximum efficient and maximum cost saving. These specialists will probably be in very high demand in the future because those few who know how to use the tools of AI to make efficient predictions to increase revenue and costs are the those who will win. Actually, we have such businesses now as people call themselves growth operators. They essentially do a very similar thing, but I think that it will become a more widened profession. Number 4, AI ethics referee. It sounds boring, but it isn't so boring in real life. Imagine a company, and company is huge. It runs an entire HR process with AI, and AI determines that name Jennifer is a more efficient employee than name Sarah or Mike, so it starts rejecting all Sarahs or Mikes. What it could turn out potentially would be $1 million or a multiple $1 million lawsuit to them because they decided that all Jennifers should be approved, although they didn't do so. AI did. The ethics referee could prevent this problem before it happens. Think of the ethics referee as that friend who prevents you to send that drunken text at 3 a.m. to your ex. Sounds good. But for businesses. These people will ask AI the uncomfortable questions. For example, why did AI reject all applicants over 40? Or why AI is charging different prices to different zip codes? Or maybe why AI thinks that all CEOs look like Mark Zuckerberg? Why would you want this job? First of all, be the hero who saves companies from themselves, as strange as it sounds. Second of all, get paid 6 figures for being the adult in the room. And talking about job security, every AI scandal equals more job opportunities for you. Next time you use AI, ask yourself a question. Could this offend someone? With great AI comes great responsibility. And lawsuits. Mostly lawsuits. Number 5. Content curator. Imagine AI as this fire hose of content, but these people actually turns that unpredictable hose into a beautiful fountain. The way it works is that AI brings to the table thousands of different variations, for example, of different ads or different headlines, and then those people will, for example, find a way to filter out and find the best 5, and out of best 5, craft the best 1 or 2. Basically, AI does the heavy lifting and you add the soul. Number 6. Customer success detective. These folks are like Sherlock Holmes, but instead of solving murders, they solve why people ghost your business. The mystery. Your AI talks to 10,000 customers a month, but in those conversations are hidden clues why people cancel, why did Sarah rage quit the app, why did Jennifer decided not to continue with her subscription, or why did those 500 users ask the same weird question in different manners. Detectives dig through the chat to search for patterns and what could be improved. This way they gather it as a feedback, return the customers who walked out, or maybe even increase the customer retention. This way driving up sales and revenue for the business. If you love to solve puzzles and understand people, this job could be for you. And if you have ever watched a true crime series and solved it before the actual ending, then it might even be truly for you. Number 7, the infrastructure plumber. Imagine this. You build a house. For house, you use 10 different contractors. One assembles the room, one assembles the kitchen, one assembles the toilet, pipes run everywhere, it's all messy. These contractors don't even talk to each other. And in reality, it probably doesn't happen. But in virtual world, companies have this all the time, because different services provide them with different endpoints to data. This way, it's all very weirdly connected. The infrastructure plumber does the following thing. That person curates the data to needed endpoints, connects it all into one place so AI can utilize it to respond to customer support emails, to make sales calls, to schedule appointments, to update those appointment schedules, whatever. These people are essential for companies who want to utilize AI efficiently, so it's not just a buzzword, but rather a practical implementation. If you still don't see the value for companies in this, imagine the following. You have a Ferrari engine, but it is stuck in a shopping cart. Basically, huge power, but nowhere to put it. AI Plumber connects the Ferrari engine to the car so it is efficient and fast, as intended. Number 8, be AI teacher. And it's actually not by 2035 or 2030 or whatever. It's actually happening right now. Humans teaching other humans on how to use AI. So it's not just a fancy buzzword. You need to understand that most people are scared of AI. They don't understand it. Mostly, they maybe heard of ChatGPT or maybe use it for simple tasks, but they don't even understand the capabilities it gives them to be more efficient at their jobs or to replace part of their jobs so they have more time until their employees actually catches them. But it will be a pretty long time, I suppose, so if you do this smart. So Without further ado, how you can implement this. If you choose to become an AI teacher, you need to become an expert in business utilizations for specific source of people. Maybe for customer support reps, maybe for auditors, maybe for accountants, whatever. You need to pick a niche. And in that niche, you can go and teach people how to utilize AI for their needs. Show them how to create templates, show them how to, for example, respond to customer inquiries with AI, and etc, etc. This way, you can help ordinary people and make the companies more efficient. And this can actually be done in a really big scale, because if a company hires you or your team, you can teach the whole staff the principles of utilizing those AI tools, so the company in the end makes more money because it becomes more efficient. There is no way you don't see the value in that, so I'm not giving you a specific example. If you decide to become an AI teacher, you definitely have a future. Number 9, conversion wizard. These people are basically legal money printers. Imagine having somebody to review all of your copy of your sales website and to review all of the colors, and do that simultaneously with hundreds of versions with AI and find the same patterns which drive the sales. So for example, making the button color not blue but red instead, or something else. So this way they drive revenue and drive sales. This is similar to one of the jobs described before, but these people could focus specifically on digital environments rather than helping brick-and-mortar businesses. So this is why I classified it as a separate profession. And the most exciting one. Finally, the most exciting one. Chief AI Officer. You gotta admit, it would sound really cool on LinkedIn and it sounds really cool in practice. What basically Chief AI Officer does is connects AI, teams, and business problems. This person needs to have all the needed communication skills, because it can't be some tech lead running AI models in the background. It's actually quite the opposite. It's a person who understands people, who understands business processes, and who can spot where these processes can be improved. Then that person connects tech teams, who actually take care of a solution, to the business deficiencies. This way increasing revenue, saving time, and also making their workers more efficient. Yes, I've said one thing 3 times. But basically you get the idea. These people will make the business more efficient in the future. And these people will be very valuable in the future. And they are actually very valuable right now, because there are a lot of people who try to adopt AI into day-to-day life. But there are even more companies trying to adopt their AI into their day-to-day operations. So this is a profession actually of today and of the future. Whether you run a cafe, a law firm, or a marketing agency, thinking in terms of Chief AI Officer makes you a really valuable person in the company. This way, you can bump up your salary and not worry about job loss for a long time. And even if you finish with one company, another company needs you. And list goes so on and so forth. Because the future is all about AI implementation. Alright, let's get real. You learned today about 10 jobs which will be here by 2030. But you know what? It doesn't matter if you don't take action. These jobs are like buying McDonald's stock in 1965. They are a goldmine. But the way you actually capitalize on those opportunities is that you start developing in one or in more than one of these professions. If you want my help to implement AI into your business day-to-day operations, my calendar link is in the description. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.